way to think about who you are as a person and your identity. I've encouraged you to spend time. You're at a critical point in your life. I've encouraged you to spend time thinking about what your identity is. It's really a question that only you can answer. I don't want you to take my word for it or to adopt an identity that I say that I have. Obviously, each one of us is unique. But I do really want you to think about what your identity is, because each one of us is unique. And yet, if you don't spend time thinking about who you are as a person and what your purpose is, the world is going to tell you and is going to supply that answer for you. I've mentioned that I see my role as a judge as being tied to the limited role of judges in the Constitution. But that's not my whole identity. That's just my identity professionally. Judges are just regular people, like everybody else, and we have our own personal identities as well. And it's as important for me to know my identity apart from my work as it is to know my identity at work. Like my judicial identity, my personal identity, when I'm getting it right, is the guiding force for all decisions that I make. Outside of work, my guiding identity is rooted in my understanding of who I am in the eyes of God. In the eyes of God, I'm not perfect. In fact, my imperfection and my propensity to make mistakes is why I need God. And the fact that He sent a Savior to die as payment for my sins tells me that I am worth something, and that my failures don't define me in His eyes. He's called me to do various things on earth, to be a wife, to be a mother, and to be a federal judge. But in every aspect of that calling, my purpose is to bring glory to Him, not attention to myself. The gifts that I have to enjoy, my marriage, my children, my family relationships, my parents, the money that we have, the influence that I might have, my work, all of that is a gift from my Creator. The challenges Likewise, the challenges that I face, my failures, my disappointments, all of them are for a purpose, even if that purpose isn't clear in the moment. Ultimately, rooting my identity in my relationship with God has meant that I experience His forgiveness, His grace, His mercy, all of those things when I do something wrong. And the Bible gives me an objective, fixed standard by which I can evaluate what is true, what is wise, and what is good for my life. And it's helped me in those instances where someone does something wrong to me or offends me, because the fact that God has shown me forgiveness, grace, and mercy models for me how I should behave when someone wrongs me. It's extremely important to me that you understand that I'm saying I am not getting it right all the time. I don't nail the target even when I aspire to have my identity centered as I've just described. But I'll be honest, I've given more in the course of my career and in the course of my life, I've given more than passing consideration to the idea of all the other identities that we've just discussed. And as far as I can tell, none of them were going to make me a perfect person either. But not one of them offered the freedom, grace, redemption, and peace that a relationship with my Creator does. Circling back to where I began, as you conclude this chapter in your career, I suspect that you're going to find yourself faced with an ever-increasing number of decisions. As someone who makes decisions for a living, I can tell you that developing a firm conviction of who you are and what your role is can be very helpful in decision making. Failing to decide for yourself who you are simply means that you are abdicating that decision to the forces of the world around you. If you fail to decide for yourself who you are, then you may find yourself swept along and ending in a place you didn't intend to go. Each of you is unique, and you each have a unique decision to make. My hope for you is this: in the days ahead, And I know this is not easy, especially in a time of celebration, but I hope in the days ahead you'll find a quiet time and that you will carefully use that quiet time to consider who you are and what your purpose is. I hope that you'll find an identity that's rooted in something more enduring than your success, even as you rightly celebrate your successes. Something more constructive and hopeful than your failures. Something in which you'll experience peace, grace, redemption, and forgiveness. Something that will compel you to extend those things to others when they fail you and disappoint you. Something that will enhance your personal relationships, not put pressure on those people who need for you to be who you need them to be. And something that will give you an objective measure of what's wise, good, and true. Again, it's been an honor to share this day with you. The fact that you allowed me to join you makes you special to me. So congratulations, class of 2026. In the years to come, I hope that our paths will cross again in this beautiful place. Thank you.
Can I invite Mr. Zeb Janice Bush to the podium, please? Judge Moore.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Board of Governors and the faculty and staff, as well as the graduating class of the University College of the Cayman Islands, it is my honor to thank the Honorable Anne Lee Gaylord Moore for her inspiring commencement address. Judge Moore, thank you so much for sharing this special occasion with us. Your words of wisdom and encouragement have meant a lot to us and have inspired us graduates. It is now my privilege to present to you the commemorative gift as a token of our sincere appreciation. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in thanking Judge Anne Lee Gaylord Moore.
Judge Moore, thank you for those inspiring words. Very real, very relevant to today's world. Now, although you can't technically claim to be Caymanian, given your family's long-standing ties to Cayman Brac and the Cayman Islands, it is especially fitting to say, welcome home, Your Honor. We will now be treated to a special performance by the very, very talented UCCI Dance Company. Please join me in welcoming them to the stage. Well, I did say we're going to be special, right? Let me just get another round of applause for them. All right. We now come to the central purpose of the ceremony, the presentation of candidates for graduation and the conferral of degrees, diplomas, and certificates. This year, we proudly celebrate the achievements of 267 graduates. Who have completed their requirements of their respective programs of study. Graduates, when your award category is announced, please rise and remain standing until instructed otherwise. I now invite Professor Livingston Smith, Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs and Workforce Education, to the podium to deliver the attestation on behalf of the Registrar. I also invite the President and CEO, Nanli Cover, for the presentation of candidates from the various programs.
Madam President, on behalf of Dr. Patricia Robinson, Registrar of UCCI, I declare that the candidates presented here have satisfied the requirements of their respective programs for the award of the degrees, diplomas, and certificates. I invite the candidates for master's and postgraduate certificates to please rise and proceed as directed by the marshals. I also invite the Honorable Ralston Anglin, Minister of Finance and Economic Development, Minister of Education and Training, to join the President for the presentation of candidates from the various programs.
Crystal Campbell, Masters in Human Resource Management with merit. Diane Knowles, Masters in Human Resource Management, high distinction. Sarah Lee Moore, Masters in Human Resource Management. Patricia Robinson, Masters in Human Resource Management, high distinction. Desmond Prout, Executive Masters in Business Administration, distinction. Alina Marila Soto Kawana, Executive Masters in Business Administration. Tony Cato, Executive Masters in Public Administration, distinction. Sasha Lee Kimon Thomas, Postgraduate Certificate in Education with merit. Sophia Zora, Postgraduate Certificate in Education with merit.
I invite another round of applause for our master's and postgraduate certificate candidates. Madam President, we are pleased to present this year's bachelor's degrees. I invite the candidates for bachelor's degrees to please rise and proceed as directed by the marshals.
Andre Campbell, Bachelor's in Business Administration with a concentration in accounting. Nathaniel Pascual de Leon, Bachelor's in Business Administration with a concentration in accounting. Andre McFarlane, Bachelor's in Business Administration with a concentration in accounting. Zipporah Teresa Reed, Bachelor's in Business Administration with a concentration in accounting. Raina Esther Robinson, Bachelor's in Business Administration with a concentration in accounting. Leonardo Akagach, Bachelor's in Business Administration with a concentration in Accounting and Finance, summa cum laude.